So I decided to make a video about how to break the pirate ship. 'Cause apparently everybody hates the fucking pirate ship and thinks this map's poorly designed. It is poorly designed, but not in the offense's favor. Everybody seems to think this map is offensively favored because of these giant ass sightlines Bastion gets and the few defensible positions. People forgot how to play this game. So we're gonna add. No, we aren't gonna do that. Hell are you? There you are. Alright, so you have an Orisa on cart. A Reinhardt on cart. You have a, where the hell is he? Bastion on cart. You have a Mercy healing in the back. Depending on who you play against, and this is where I'll branch off. Generally, a Widow in the high ground there or on the other side. And then the other pick for comp Q's sake and 222 that apparently the world is slave to. We're gonna put a Zen there. Some teams run Hanzo. It doesn't matter. Whatever that sixth pick is irrelevant. So the pirate ship, effectively, it is a shield in the front, which is a Rissa shield that refreshes super fast, and then you have a Rhine shield in the back. So you effectively have a tank. You have two sails. You have your forward sail and your back sail. That's how this shit works. So, how do you beat the pirate ship? Pirate ships broke because Bastion puts out so much damage. If you sit there and let the Bastion do his job, he will win the game. So, we are going to draw the cart. Moving. Cart gets here. When the cart gets here, you can win the game. Actually, no, I'll move it up a little bit. Defense wins when the cart gets here, if the defense knows what the hell it's doing. Because the cart turns. So this means that this corner right here of the cart can be contested. So if the corner of the cart can be contested, that means you don't have to be in the LOS, but the Bastion's still going to be on the cart. So how do you beat the Bastion? It's got 60% damage reduction, something stupid like that. He's probably got Harmony on him. He's probably got Mercy pocketing him. So he's probably getting roughly 120 heals per second. So you need something that can kill the Bastion. This corner right here is the defense's greatest tool. There are 3 in this phase. So what you need to beat this comp is you need a Reaper to play this corner or inside. Where is he? You need a Roadhog to play this corner or play inside. You need a Mercy to play this doorway. You need a Zen to play this angle. You need a Widow to play here and play this angle. And then the last pick is the other giant fucking burst hero, if I can find her. There she is. She plays right here. So let's see. What do you get by playing this composition here? I'm going to move Widow so that we understand what the offense is doing. So Widow moves there. Oh, I really wish it was a different color. Blue. Add sticker. Widowmaker. There. Alright. So Widow's relocated. The whole reason you play this Widow, your Widow down here, is... Oh, I forgot to change the sticker. I'm good. I'm doing good. A little tilted today. Sorry about that. Anyway, just denies this sight line. That's all you're doing. The Widow is to 100% to control all of this shit. She just denies this. The back spot here, you can't get effective shots from onto this group. So in effect, the only way that you can attack this group is here. So you profit. So your Widow is purely a defensive tool. Your Widow is there to make sure that their Widow can't pick your people. So your Reaper, your D.Va, and your Roadhog, who are on this corner, now can contest the cart. The Bastion is going to turn and shoot in this direction. He has to. He's trying to progress the cart. He has to move it. But there's a funny thing about these three heroes. If you do it correctly, you can insta-give the Bastion. You board the fucking pirate ship. So say Bastion's set up on the front of the cart where I have the X. Reaper, Hog, and D.Va all come out at the same time. You don't even have to use Matrix. Roadhog can technically eat and tank the entire Bastion clip to roll out of here. Mercy's just playing this LOS so that Mercy can stay healed. So what you do is your Reaper piles on, your Roadhog piles on, and your D.Va boosts on the other side. Alright, when these three heroes get on the cart, you have over 600 effective burst damage on a target that cannot move. You will out damage the heals and the shields. Because of unit hero collision, they cannot stand on top of the Bastion. The Bastion will flinch, you win. Because all you do is soft reset back to this corner. If the Bastion doesn't flinch and he wants to try in turret mode and win, D.Va Matrix and Rockets. So I'm going to draw over here on the side what I'm talking about. Alright, this is going to be our Bastion. So this is our Bastion. Our Bastion can only shoot in one direction at a time. He has to pick. What direction does he want to shoot? Mercy is going to damage boost one of the three. It doesn't fucking matter. So Mercy boosts. Zen is going to be throwing damage at anything he can, while keeping Harmony on one of the three. So I'm going to add a yellow dot to my Reaper. He's got Harmony. And then I'm going to add a white line or a white dot to my D.Va, because my D.Va's getting beam healed. So anyway, you get these heroes onto the cart. Alright, so this is going to be D.Va. D.Va can Matrix the entire front of Bastion for 2 seconds while firing rockets, which are 200 burst damage, and then she can left click, and I'm not even going to get into the left click math. Alright, so Reaper comes in. Reaper comes in from the side, and Reaper is going to pile in. He's going to touch tips with the Bastion. The Bastion, if the Bastion turns to shoot at the D.Va who's matrixing him, his head is exposed. So I'm going to draw a little head here. Reaper is going for this little sweet spot. Reaper just wants to shoot headshots. Nothing can soak the headshots from where he sits. Nothing. Roadhog is going to push in from the front. And when Roadhog pushes in from the front, he is getting as close as he can, and he's going to hook. If he lands this hook and the Orisa or the Rhine does not eat it, the Bastion is out of turret form and loses his 60% damage reduction, and he dies. So this leaves you with the Bastion being dead. Bastion's dead, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some math here real quick. So let's say you get 2 shotgun shells off from Roadhog. That's 130-ish damage. No, it's not 130. It's more than that. I'm just gonna put 150. And then Reaper, he gets 2 of those, so Reaper's going to be 300, and that's not counting if he headshots. So you have 350, 650 burst damage. I knew it was something retarded. 650 damage tote. That means that you can insta-give this Bastion, and this Bastion gets so overwhelmed that you cannot do anything. Alright. Now let's go through another hypothetical situation. You've boarded the pirate ship. Let's say Bastion gets scared. He sees you coming. Bastion rotates. Bastion gets off the cart. So, we'll say Bastion winds up back here. And, again, we have our little box. Draw a box. This is Bastion. A little turret. He has to go back into sentry form. If he stays in recon, you just win. You don't fucking care if a recon Bastion exists. Recon Bastion isn't going to do enough with you having this much heals right here, especially with the mitigation of D.Va, Roadhog being able to eat, and Reaper having lifesteal. You're just going to out-sustain it. So if Reaper and Hog and D.Va turn immediately on the Reinhardt's dead. The Reinhardt can't sustain here. Widow may get a 1 in a million pick on the Reaper through D.Va and Roadhog, but if the Reaper plays smart, the Reaper's not going to die. Reaper, Hog, and D.Va will shred that core. So let's say he moves over here, and he goes into turret form. Exact same principle, further off cart. But you're still contesting, because Bastion has to come all the fucking way up here if he wants you to be off cart while chasing him. You don't chase the Bastion. Your goal isn't to fucking chase the Bastion anywhere. Your goal is to hold this corner. All you do. The cart can't move. They have to flex. The pirate ship is flawed, and the pirate ship immediately breaks here. So let's say your Widow picks their Widow. Widow wins. You now have a Widow with this sight line. You have the defender's advantage. Your Zen has a straight sight line. He cannot be picked. There is no hero except Genji or Pharah who can get over this wall. Maybe Junkrat. You might see a Junkrat, so I'll throw him in there. Otherwise, they have to take resources away from the cart. And as long as you have Harmony on your Reaper and you're damage boosting or healing one of the other people, and your Mercy is content to sit there, it's fine. The other reason you have Mercy play the doorway is so that Mercy can shift out to Zen. Mercy can shift out to Widow. So effectively, your Mercy is in a position where she always has the decision if she gets pressured to get out. There's nothing that pressures this Mercy. Not with this composition and this pirate ship setup. So, you have defender's advantage. All you want to do is hold this corner. If you can hold that corner, you win the game. They have to flex. You have defeated the pirate ship. Alright, so I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to start moving, because I moved the thingy around. Alright, say they break this corner. They manage to push past this corner. What else do you have? Alright, there's this point where you can hold the doors. You can hold the doors there, and you can contest cart, because cart has to move for them to win. So you can stay inside. Again, you just board the pirate ship if Bastion decides to sit on it. Alright, let's roll it forward. Keep going, keep going. Roll it back. Alright. Right here. Alright, this looks awfully familiar. This right here, this section of the map looks just like this section of the map. So what do? We just invert the corner. We play for this corner now. And you still are playing Brawl. So your Reaper is going to play this corner. Your Roadhog is going to play with him. Your D.Va is going to play with him. Your Mercy now gets to play on stairs. Your Mercy gets to play there. Your Widowmaker now can play anywhere back here. This is the God tier Widow sightline. Widow can play in any fucking spot she wants. You wanna know what other hero gets to play in any fucking spot they want? That Zenyatta we had. Anywhere at range. These two can be set up all the way back on the far wall. They don't have to be anywhere near the fucking cart. This core that we have established breaks pirate ship. So we're going to erase this. Then we're going to draw our pirate ship again. Look, you can contest it from the corner. You don't have to be an LOS. Holy shit, we got to this corner. Cart goes there. Bastion's on the cart. What do? We wash, rinse, and repeat. Reaper. Oh shit, that would not be what I wanted to do. Alright, Reaper, you're getting erased, because I fucked up. Where are you, Reaper? Green. I need a green Reaper. Green Reaper, there you go. Alright, then we need black. Here's the rest of the cart. So you stall here. And again, we go back to what we did before. Reaper piles on, Hog piles on, and D.Va boosts in. Again, you're playing multiple angles. You're overloading the Bastion. The Bastion cannot do anything. Let's see what happens when the Bastion flinches. Bastion flinches and pulls back here. What do? You immediately are going to blow up the Reinhardt and the Orisa. You have enough tank busters here that it's irrelevant whatever they do. And as soon as you take away the shields, the Bastion can't set up on card again. He has to wait for his team to respawn. So again, if the Bastion flinches, you win the game. This is 100%. This entire map as a defender is based around playing this corner, these doorways, and this corner. And then point of no return obviously is in this area, but at this point, if you are holding these corners correctly and you don't get massively outplayed, it's not going to reach here. You're perfectly capable to just sit there and, just watch. Like, it's irrelevant in my opinion. As long as you hold these 3 points, you're fine. You should be able to kill at least 3 minutes of time. I'm gonna roll it back real quick after I clear this, and I'm gonna explain like what happens if shit hits the fan and something goes wrong. All right, so say you are holding this corner and something goes wrong. Because you are holding this corner and the cart is here, the cart gets to move once you die. It's 8 seconds of movement after the last person dies. So 8 seconds of 3 people brings the cart to about here. And then you have run back time. You're going to be able to get somebody onto the cart. If not, your Widow can contest or your Zen can contest. Something can happen to contest here. So what does that tell us? That means that when we get to this phase of the map, we just need to set up in this door. These 2 spawn doors and this mega immediately become your best friend, and you just literally cock block the cart again. All right, let's roll it on again. Let's say they cap it there. And they make it to the third phase, the third corner I was telling you to hold about. All right, so let's say they get here. Your D.Va, your Roadhog, and your Reaper are all going to group here anyway, so it's just a walk out. That's literally one of the best defensive sight lines if the cart is here. And again, once you get to the stairs, your Mercy sets up. Your Mercy's going to be boosting here, and everybody else is going to pile on. You're forcing them off of the pirate ship. So let's look at it from another perspective then. All right, let's add stickers because we've declared our composition. We have declared what we are going to run. So I'm going to put our composition up here. Where's my Widow? There she is. Widow. And let's add a Zenyatta. Alright, so let's talk about this. This composition you have right here. D.Va, Hog, Reaper, Widow, Mercy, and then Zen. What counters this? So we're going to start with what they were originally running. So Bastion is the counter there. They had an Orisa. They had a Rhine. Let's go ahead and fuck me. I didn't mean to do that. I really, really, really get irritated with this sometimes. I really, really wish there was an undo button. Anyway, I'm just going to finish setting this up real quick. I just need to add Zen, and then I'll add the other team in. Bastion goes up here. Orisa goes here. Rhine goes here. Mercy Mirror goes here. And we'll add a Zen because Mirror. Then we'll add a Widow. Alright, so Pirate Ship breaks. They now have the wipe advantage of flexing. You have the tank advantage on 3 things. Alright, so your Reaper counters Rhine, Bastion, Orisa, and I'm not going to count the supports even though he technically does. Your D.Va counters Rhine. Really, 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 really need to start paying attention to what color I'm using. Because I don't. Alright. I don't want pink, I want orange. There we go. Alright. Your D.Va. Oh, you can't see that shit on this map. Oh, that's irritating. blue? How's about a blue? Alright, so D.Va counters Rein, D.Va counters Bastion, D.Va counters Orisa, and then Roadhog fucking counters everything. Roadhog just fucking eats everything. Roadhog is just a nom. But I'm going to just put him over the tanks and the Bastion because he's a hard counter. So effectively, you have 3 hard counters with 3 heroes. So they should have 3 fluxes. So what is winning them the game? If I am the protect the president here, pirate ship, and I am on the opposing team, so I'm the Bastion, and I want to flex. What do I flex to here? Reaper is good, Junkrat is good, Pharah is really good, but they have a Widow. So it's on my Widow winning the Widow v Widow. If my Widow doesn't win that, I can't play Pharah. So Pharah's locked. So let's go over here and we'll walk through. So they have lots of Brawl Burst. So anything at range, McCree is really good. So we'll say I'm going to go McCree. I flex to McCree. I am now McCree. All right, what goes good with McCree? You can't really run a dive with McCree. It sort of is counterproductive, not to mention dive into those 3 tanks is going to be even worse. So you want to probably keep the Reinhardt. You want to keep the Rein. So you're probably going to wind up with McCree, Rein, Mercy, because Mercy's meta. Widow is probably going to stay there because you have Widow countering Widow. And mirrors are the best counters to everything. You're probably going to keep the Zen. I doubt you flex him to a Moira or anything else. It just doesn't make sense. And then let's say you have another tank. What tank is good into that? Probably a Roadhog. Roadhog can potentially... Roadhog is inherently a tank counter, but he is a tank. And he's got the eat, so he can muff a lot of damage. D.Va is in a situation where D.Va effectively can eat for 3 seconds, but in those 3 seconds you have to get value. It's 100% dependent upon a bunch of shit. Winston's bad. You already have a Reinhardt. Orisa's not in a good situation. I mean, you can continue to run the Orisa for Bongo, but they're just going to run into you. Like, arguably, if the Zen realizes at this point, the defensive Zen realizes that he needs to get his team back because you wiped him, he just flexes Lucio and gets the Brawl back to the card as fast as possible. So, in effect, I think Roadhog is probably your best answer, and you wind up with this composition. Mercy, Rein, McCree, Widow, Zen, Roadhog. So, how does this comp fare against the comp we had? So, we're going to look again at setting up Reaper, change the color, put Reaper there, add Widow there. I'm gonna go, we'll say I flexed Lucio. We'll say this dude flexed Lucio to get everybody back at this point. Mercy v Mercy, because Mercy is Mercy. Because fucking insta-gibs are a thing, and you have to have something that forgives you from an insta-gib. Alright, Roadhog v Roadhog, and you have D.Va v Rein. So, in effect, this is the composition you have. You have a fast brawl comp that can close distance versus effectively a pick comp at this point. The attacker comp has become a pick comp. They now have to wait. And as long as you hold your reserve as a defender and hold the corners that we mentioned, or the doorway, or this corner, you do not have to poke and peek. You never have to peek as long as you're contesting. They have to push into you. You have the defender's advantage of being able to contest on a blind corner. So, this comp versus this comp, what happens? You've broken the pirate ship. You brawl. So in a brawl, let's say what happens. This comp is going to come down to 2 things. And it is 100% dependent upon what everybody does. So if McCree plays up with his Rein, his Roadhog, McCree has to flash Reaper. Just has to happen. If that happens, Mercy has to pocket Reaper. Otherwise, the Reaper's just going to Wraith get out for free, and he doesn't die. D.Va can Matrix Reaper. D.Va can Matrix McCree. So McCree is probably going to be playing in the back. McCree's probably going to play one of these corners. It's safer. He might swing out here. He's going to play in one of those 3 spots. He's not going to close the distance. So Flashbang is removed. He's looking for dink damage. Widow is also going to play at one of those 3 points. So what does that leave us? That leaves us with a Roadhog, and a Rhine trying to push cart with a Mercy Pocket. Can't forget the Mercy Pocket. And then their Zen is probably playing back here as well, but it's irrelevant. What happens in this situation is you have to have faith that your Widow is going to counter their Widow and be able to deal with the McCree and stifle him, and then you just brawl and take the fight on cart. Ultimates, let's look at ultimates, how ultimates fan out. Valk v Valk. If you win the first fight, your Valk comes first. You can brawl on cart. Literally, Mercy makes this entire comp invulnerable because D.Va has self-mitigation, Reaper has lifesteal, Lucio, if you're on Lucio at this point, can speed amp / heal amp, and Roadhog has to take a breather. Widow's fucking out here somewhere, so she's fucking fine. She dies, she gets insta-gibbed anyway, it doesn't really matter. She's not going to take a bunch of chip damage. So, Valk v Valk, your Valk gets more value because of how they're positioned and how they have to be positioned in this fight. So let's look at another ult. Let's look at High Noon. D.Va. D.Va eat High Noon. D.Va fly in direction of High Noon. Mech block all of High Noon. Hard counter. Let's look at Earthshatter. Earthshatter is probably the one thing that will fuck this comp. And it's 100% dependent upon the Rhine. Because Whole Hog ain't gonna do shit because you have a D.Va. Unless you Whole Hog and High Noon at the same time, and then you have to block the High Noon. And then Whole Hog's gonna fucking knock the D.Va out of mech. But that's irrelevant because if the Hog is Whole Hogging, he can't take a breather, and the Roadhog and the Reaper are just gonna eat him. You have a hook for CC, they're just gonna eat him alive. Mercy's gonna pocket him. Boom, you're done. Alright, so let's look at different heroes. What do you do as the defender when it comes to Earthshatter? If you are playing, I need to clear the compositions. If you are playing this corner or this corner, and Rhine has Shatter, Rhine has to hit a Shatter around a corner. He has to telegraph it. So Rhine has to jump or walk around a corner to get a flush Shatter in this direction or a flush Shatter in this direction. Remember how we talked about the whole fanning out thing versus the Bastion? You come in from 3 different angles. Reaper is going to Wraith the Shatter if possible. Reaper can Wraith it. He's not going to get shattered. As long as he sees it coming, Reaper should be fine. If Reaper is keying in on the Reinhardt, who he's supposed to be farming, he's going to see the shatter coming. D.Va. If D.Va gets shattered, you lose your matrix. That is what the Reinhardt has to do. He has to land a shatter, a pin, and a fire strike onto the D.Va. Roadhog is 100% fine to get shattered and then rest. D.Va is the thing that we can't have happen. So, this 100% is no longer pirate ship. This is devolved into a I need to counter D.Va, and I need to take D.Va out of the game or I lose. Congratulations, you've broke the pirate ship just by boarding her. Take her booty and plunder and win first point Junkertown forever. Because this forces people to play other compositions. This cheese is easy as shit to beat if you just play it correctly. Play these corners. Profit. People have to flex. People are going to flinch on Bastion. It's going to be even easier to fucking kill them. There are points where you shouldn't overextend. I'll highlight those now. On first point, again, we're playing for this corner, so cart's going to be about here. The point of overextension is just behind the cart. You don't go past this point. You just quietly fall back and you sit on your corner because you can contest the cart from there. Mercy's safe, Zen's safe, they can heal you. Alright, let's look at the doors. There's a door here. You literally stand in the fucking doorway. Mercy sits over here somewhere. Roadhog, D.Va, Reaper. Fucking everybody piles out in a different fucking direction. You just play it safe. The point of don't chase is there. You don't push past the cart. You don't push past the ass of it. Alright, let's look at the third corner. Alright, this corner. That means the cart is about here. You don't push past the doors. The doors are your safety zone. You can just duck into the door, you can leave, and then you immediately fall back to your corner to recontest. There's a lost art in fucking Overwatch that apparently everybody forgot, but defenders always have the advantage in a payload objective because they get to decide where they contest from. No matter what, you always have the choice of where you want to contest and play the objective from. As long as you don't get greedy and chase kills, first point, Junkertown is a defensive map. At least to this cheese, anyway. There's a few other cheeses and stuff that I might go into. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. This is going to be about how boarding the pirate ship kills her. I also want to make a little tidbit on the end. I made a realization while I was working on this video and a few others, and I was talking to a few people. I'm probably never going to get into OWL, and I don't want to grind the T2, T3 scene again. I don't want to have to teach people how to calm. I don't want to have to teach people strategies, and I don't want to have to. Basically, I don't want to go back and start at square one. You know, the whole chutes and ladders thing. I don't want to fucking go back and start from the beginning. So, most likely, unless I get a monstrous owl offer, I am going to be done coaching for now. So, what that means is I now have to figure out how to transfer my knowledge of coaching into some form of monetary compensation. I need to make money doing this. What that means is there is going to be a lot more in-depth strategy and coach related things that normally I wouldn't fucking make public, but with me not having a chance pretty much to get into OWL ever, there's no point in me hiding the information. I'm literally just going to dump everything I know onto my YouTube channel. So I'll probably shoot for 2 or 3 videos a week because some of them will take time to research, etc. I'll go through the obvious things like pirate ship and I'll go through compositions and how they're supposed to work and all this other stuff. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. I never normally ask this, but if you could subscribe and like the video, that would be amazing. And follow me on Twitch. You know, followers, Twitch. I'm just Kurjun on Twitch. You know, that's me. I stream. If I'm not making videos, I'm going to be streaming. And I'll be salty as shit. Anyway, have a good one, guys.